I don't know what you in a rush.
It's time for the shop report with
Barbershop Jay.
What up, sports fans? Welcome to the Shop Report. I'm Barbershop Jay. I'll be your host for the day. Here's what's happening. I don't know what was going on with that intro right there, but we are here. I appreciate y'all for joining us with our little NBA roundtable. That's what we're calling it. But as always, we want to remind you, of course, or should I say first, we want to remind you that the Shop Report is being powered by Rocket Digital Media. It's the one-stop shop for all your digital marketing needs. You can look them up on Facebook at RDM Detroit, or you can slide on over to the website, rocketdigital.net. That's ROCKIT digital.net. And make sure when you're there, while you're there, you tell them the BSJ sent you. Joining me on the P program today is none other than my cap from the NYC, a.k.a. Rucker Park. Oh, he missed the layup. Oh, let me see. Behind the back. Oh, Brother Rich. What's happening?
You know, that clip of Kobe missing that layup is as consistent as the Dallas Cowboys not winning anything in professional football.
Boo! That's what it's saying. Boo! Yeah, anyway, and on the other side of the ledger, we got my man from up north, Joey James, a.k.a. Double J. Tell the people what you say.
We beat the number 2 out of Iowa. That's all I got to say.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was a pretty good one.
Clear the tracks. Here comes the train.
Yeah, exactly. And let me introduce to the viewers out there the rest of my panel today, or should I say this NBA roundtable. To the bottom left of my screen, but probably to the right of yours, we got my man Ricardo Statford. Oh, absolutely. Because the man indeed knows his stuff. And then in the middle, you all know TJ, a.k.a. Shadow Man. Sometimes he's here, sometimes he's not. And then last but not least, we got my son, K2 Khalil. I don't know why he changed his name, but I want him to stay in school. All right. It's all good. It's all good. All right. As I already aforementioned, or should I have already said, or I don't know, am I being redundant? Okay. Anyway. Today we are discussing, or we having our NBA roundtable. That's right. Let me give myself a button because I messed that up. I'll start things off. You all don't like it.
That didn't take long.
Yeah, it didn't. Right quick, I wanted to do the Slam magazine is a professional basketball NBA publication. They do some college and high school stuff too, actually, and it's a pretty good publication. It's not too lengthy, you know what I mean? Gets right to the point. And it's got kicks and all that and gear and all that stuff in it. And for whatever reason, this new 75 issue that they came out with is a collector's edition. I was supposed to get it, but I found out at the last minute my prescription, shame on them. I did the applause because that's great for me. I'll do it again. My subscription or prescription was abruptly canceled. So, yeah.
Well, based on that response, you can tell which went out first.
Yeah, that's for Slam Magazine. But anyway, so we unfortunately will have to do our breakdown or our, what do you want to call it? Our take on the top 75 players, okay? The Slam version at a later date, unfortunately. And of course, at the same time or during that same P program, we will have Brother Rich and TJ square off in who's the GOAT and who ain't the GOAT, okay? Yeah, anyway.
They know who the GOAT is.
Yeah, I know, right. So, first item up for bid. Would y'all, hey, listen, turn off the Fisher-Price chimer, bell, thingamajig, do hickey-mabob. Anywho, me in particular, I love the rule change that the NBA has done this season. To me, it's an ode to the defense and no more inflated offensive numbers. Brother Rich, we'll come to you first on this one. Do you like the rule change in the NBA? Because Steph and James Harden had already been victimized by it, so to speak.
Well, you can check this tape on this P program. I have been definitive on my dislike for the basketball talent of James Harden from the beginning of this B program. I've told you he's the most overrated basketball player in the NBA because his numbers were, in fact, based on the fact that he made moves like that to the basket. And he had a lazy style of playing basketball that he kind of interrupts the flow of the game with the kind of nonsense. He just like, this is the Harlem Globetrotters. And this speaks to what you're talking about with the Today BA. That was never, you couldn't get that call in Isaiah.
No, absolutely.
Isaiah had doing that kind of stuff in the real NBA. But you can do nonsense like that and just run into somebody. And because he's a good free throw shooter, by the end of the game, he has 50 points and it looks like he's a fantastic basketball player. In a league where every child, every person that plays in the NBA can shoot today. Steph Curry has made it a shooting game. So the fact that he can shoot doesn't mean he's great. But the fact you're just going to run into somebody and throw the ball at the basket and get 3 shots or 2 shots.
Yeah.
No. And then you're helping the other team by getting their key players in foul trouble. So you're disrupting the flow of the game. But so if you like that, you like that kind of, but that's terrible basketball to watch.
Absolutely it is. Ricardo Statford, what say you about the rule change, that the NBA implemented this season?
Well, I think it does definitely do a service for the defenders in the league. You know, you can put a player like a Tony Allen that's not an offensive player. His biggest thing, what gets him paid, is the way he plays defense. You put him on the Harden, he plays the defense that we used to seeing him play when he played in the NBA, and you bail a person like Harden out. You know, absolutely. It's not basketball, man. You know, it's really disrespectful. Like, that's not the game I grew up watching, man. You know,
of course not the one I grew up watching either.
24 seconds and you just bail him out the end because you creating the contact. Yeah, you creating the contact. I mean, I'm happy with it. It's gonna bring a little bit back to today's NBA, like B Rich said. Like, I like it. You gonna have absolutely basketball. You're gonna have to earn it now.
Absolutely, and that's why I said an ODE to the defense. Khalil, can you see us? Can you hear us? We might have a little bit of technical difficulties on Khalil's end. He's got something going on with his computer. But can you turn your phone off, please, sir? You know, we appreciate it. We know you like TikTok and all that other good stuff, and Instagram or Golden Grams or whatever it's called. But what do you think about the new rule change this season in the NBA, man? Is it in favor of the offense or against the defense, or in favor of the defense and against the offense? Which one is it in your mind?
Man, it's in favor of the defense. I say good. I'm tired of seeing dudes just do whatever. Barbershop Jay, you had me watching all the old school dudes, man, 80s, 90s dudes.
Absolutely.
Man, and I think it's going to be exciting to see offensive players like Steph, Harden, dudes like that having to work for their offense and not, it being blow balls all the time. So I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Good take. Yeah, I had you watching. What you want to repeat that? We don't really do redundancy on a P program, but you want to be redundant one time for the show. What you say? I had you doing what?
Watching the 80s and 90s hard work, man.
That's what I thought. Y'all had to excuse me. Y'all heard him the first time. Anyway, Mr. Shadow Man, you gonna disappear on us this week or no? You with us this time?
Listen. I'm not gonna be answering these questions. All right, if you're gonna call me Shadow Man, if anything, call me Goat James, most valuable fan or something like that. Don't call me Shadow Man. All right. I'm gonna have my agent talk to you about that.
Oh, you're a comic book character, is what you're saying.
Yeah, comic book character. Yeah. Hey, you know what, Brother Rich? I'm glad you said that because it reminded me of that Jim Kelly movie, Enter the Dragon, when he said, "Man, you come straight out of a comic book."
But we have to respect the young man's wishes. If he wants to be referred to as a comic book character, let's refer to him as such.
Yeah, exactly. A caricature. Mr. What did you mean, Kid Shadow Man? You the one who had the lights out. I don't know what was going on the first time. But
lights been on. Okay, I paid my bills.
Okay, it's all good. I'm glad you. Oh yeah, right. You get it.
Anyway,
what do you like about the rule change, if anything, this season?
I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's going to affect some of the superstars, I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, see,
But listen,
man, see, here you go already. Excuse me, y'all.
I'm being honest. Like I don't know, like that gimmick, like B Rich said, that's James Harden style, man. I like it, but I like to see James Harden play. So
See what I'm saying,
that's
brother?
gonna take
Of
away
course
from
you
his.
do.
That's
Of course,
why I
you think
said
we're confused by that? Of course you do.
That's why I said inflated numbers. He loves inflated numbers, so he can, anyways, because that's he do comparisons. But anyway, we appreciate you, TJ. Were you done or no?
I wasn't, but
Okay,
last
go
thing
ahead.
about that question. Oh no, this got nothing to do with that question. I see you brought your son on here to pat your back. Okay, it's cool. Go ahead.
Whatever the case may be. Absolutely.
Okay.
Double J,
Nah,
what
I
say
got my
you?
own opinion.
Double J, what say you about this rule change? You like the rule change in NBA this season?
Well, absolutely. The origin of the rule itself, naturally was to allow space for shooters, to actually shoot, because such great defense was taking place in yesteryear. However, now, as you see, it's been needed to be changed due to the fact that these guys are literally, launching themselves into these defenders' faces in order to get 3 free points. So absolutely glad that they have to at least earn it a bit more, and that's why maybe they'll take LeBron's advice for once and say in practicing things that actually they'll use in the game.
Yeah, indeed. Mr. Stafford, we're going to start with you on this next one right here. The All-Star game returns to Cleveland this year, celebrating the league's 75th. And of course, you all know, or most of you know, that previously the All-Star game, Cleveland rather, hosted the All-Star game in 1997 for the league's top 50th. Even though we don't have any of the players' names and where they're at on the list, are you interested or glad for the All-Star game being here in Cleveland this year, Mr. Stafford?
Happy, very excited, man. I was about 7 when you said 97. I was about 7.
Yep, 97.
So I watched it, of course, by myself on the game TV. But I think there's something that would shine light on the city. It's Cleveland. So anything that nature, the big to come be a part of this, I'm all for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all good. TJ, Shadow Man. My bad. Billy Goat Jackson. What you say? How you feel about the All-Star game coming to Cleveland?
I agree with everything he said. Everything he said. I don't ever agree with him. But I agree with him.
Hold on. Did you say you agree with Ricardo?
Yeah, because it's gonna shine some light on the city, and we know Cleveland is like a dull city, man. There's a lot of pain and suffering in this city. It's bad. But something like that would be good. Something like that, or the Super Bowl, brings a lot of attention to us. Good attention.
Ricardo, we're gonna have to have a powwow about that. He don't never agree with me or you. You know what I'm saying? That was a first. Man, y'all might have to check my man forehead, man. Make sure he ain't running a fever. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to tell you. Double J, what say you about the All-Star game returning to Cleveland this year? Even though you're a Michigan man.
Well, that's a-okay with me. Look, I've been on the Claire, right?
That's right.
I've been on stage with.
That's right. Double J was hanging out with Bone Thugs and Harmonizers. Okay.
So now wait a minute here. And additionally, I've been, to the Q and First Energy. I don't know where you've been, our host. I went looking for you, like where's Waldo? But nevertheless,
that was funny. You cracked the funny.
But, hopefully, here being a season ticket holder, I'll be able to head out that way and get an opportunity to see it myself. But absolutely, looking forward to it. I love when both the roots of the game itself and, of course, close proximity can lead to one fantastic weekend.
Well, I'm here to tell you right now. I don't know if this is called the third person, fourth, or fifth, but Barbershop Jay won't be downtown at no time soon, seeing nothing. Okay. The last time I was downtown, I took my daughter, 13-year-old daughter. Shout out to my 13-year-old daughter. Y'all give her a little shout out right there. We went to go see WWE SmackDown, and I'm here to tell you, this is the first time since I've been going down to that arena when it was called the Gund Arena, that it was 20-something thousand people down there and drinking, and nobody was fighting. How does that mean? Shout out to the Cleveland for that day. But other than that, you're gonna see me right here, in my bunny slippers, baby. That's what you're gonna see. You won't catch me down there. I'm too old. My feet hurt. Brother Rich, what say you? But I mean, I know. Well, between you and Double J, I know y'all probably gonna fly in from Milan, Italy. You know what I'm saying? Seeing how y'all. Yeah.
Well, look. Like, if you see me, crushing a couple Polish boys, just mind your business.
Oh, okay. He know about the Polish boy. Yeah, that's one of Cleveland's signatures sandwiches. Or is it a taco? I don't know.
I see this as a crowning of LeBron's career. The league is crowning LeBron's career.
Okay.
Because the league is going to honor LeBron, his return to Cleveland. The whole All-Star game will be his whole celebration. He's going back to his city. He's still the biggest star in the league. He's on his waning years of his career. And this is the league's opportunity to honor him as he gets ready to go out. And hopefully he anticipates his son will be coming in the NBA. Having this presentation in Cleveland is an achievement award, if you will.
Thank you. Thank you, Rich Bayless.
And some
Thank you, Rich Bayless, for that one.
You get a button for
listen
that.
Listen to me. If a LeBron fan calls you Rich Bayless, understand what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a person that has no basis in reality at all. None.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
You just described Skip Bayless and yourself when it comes to LeBron.
Absolutely not.
Y'all don't deal with reality.
Absolutely not. Please.
Nobody mentioned LeBron. How did you extract LeBron from that? How did you extract LeBron from that? Tell me how you mentioned LeBron.
Tell him, Barbershop Day.
Because you said it was LeBron's crowning achievement and so on.
It is LeBron, but here's the issue. I'm telling you in the sense that I didn't negate LeBron. I'm crediting LeBron. Nobody's knocking LeBron. That's why I said, how did I mention LeBron in a negative way? In the sense, how did I mention LeBron?
That's exactly what Skip does. Something that has nothing to do with LeBron because he doesn't play in Cleveland.
Let me ask you a question. How are you, as a LeBron fan, how could you deny that the Cleveland Cavaliers are today a relevant franchise in the NBA because of one LeBron James, who in his time in the NBA, his crowning achievement was going back to his hometown and winning a ring. You think you can have an all-star game in the city of LeBron's birth area and not honor him? The league could do that.
Yeah, they're gonna do something.
I appreciate that speech you just made, man. I'm probably never get another one of those.
Ricardo, I'm gonna come to you in a second. Ricardo, I'm gonna come to you in a second. I want to let Khalil weigh in on that, this All-Star game. But let me say this right quick. And can you imagine? I mean, my goodness, they have this crowning achievement, 75th for LeBron and all of that, and him getting carried off the court and having leg cramp. Yeah,
Stephen J. Smith. Stephen J. Smith
before too. Absolutely.
Stephen J. Smith, man.
Yeah, well, we know you ain't Kwame.
So I understand. I excuse him then. He is a product of the mass media. He's a product of nonsense. All he can quote is somebody named Skip Bayless and some idiot named Stephen Smith.
Come on, man.
Who cares what if this who these are your authorities? This who you
hold on, we got a comment here. Let me read this comment right quick. We show it up. Oh, that's my man Doc. Shout out to my man Doc for weighing in.
Oh no!
Return of the King. That's my boy. That's my boy right there.
Doc, I gotta give you the button on that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't know whose side Doc on. You know what I mean? He just jump in whenever it is in. You know what I mean? He just jump in, jump out. But Khalil, what do you say about the All-Star game? Seeing how you are the youngest of the panel here. I don't know, TJ, what are you, 12, 13? You might be a little younger than that. I don't know.
No, that's just how long he's been watching basketball.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay, my bad. I had my math wrong. What say you, Khalil, about the All-Star game coming to Cleveland this year?
I wish I was born back then so I could see Mike in the All-Star game in '97, man. That would have been real fun. To the young fella putting it down.
Hey, Jay, you a hell of a dad, man. I tell you that.
Well, I mean, I appreciate
you groomed him well. I mean, that sounds like something you would have said, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm looking at you right now, man. Sweetest day didn't already pass. Don't be going down that road. What the heck wrong with you, man? Don't get all up and close on the camera. Yeah. All right. Anywho, yeah. Brother Rich, we're gonna come to you with this next one. And this one right here, all jokes aside, this one right here is definitely a hot button issue. So I just ask anybody before you respond, just before you indict yourself, so to speak, give thought, pick your words carefully if you would, but tell it like it is. Brother Rich.
Well, I gotta tell it like it is, like a Haitian refugee in the bottom of a church, look like TJ hidden off camera.
Oh my gosh. What in the world?
I don't get it, but hey.
Oh my God. That was
I don't get it.
It's open season on that nonsense you talking about somebody being single.
Yeah, exactly. Open season. Kyrie has become the poster child, it seems, for the anti-vaccine. Brother Rich, your thoughts?
My thoughts are, as you can well imagine, that I don't want to. I'm not gonna say the word.
No, hold that thought. Actually, you know what? Let me read a comment or two that I picked up from Facebook. Facebook friend of mine, so to speak. From Marcus Blackman Sr. And I meant to do this earlier. My bad, brother. And then afterwards, I'll come back to you. Marcus Blackman Sr. he's in a group I'm in, the Facebook Two Live Stews. You remember the Two Live Stews? It used to be on ESPN back. Okay. Well, I'm in a group with them, and it's of course a chat group. And he said the NBA players need to boycott. This is how change will be made. Once you hit these owners and cities in their pockets, that's when the real change will occur. And I also want to add in something Kevin Durant said, because of course they asked him about the whole Kyrie and whatnot, and he said, you all probably seen the interview by now. He's like, what? The reporter started to ask him, then he finished it. Kevin Durant did. He was like, what? Why am I not mad? He said, what is being mad gonna do? That's it. Well, I'm gonna be mad at that man for what? That's him. That's what he decide. That's his choice. But we got a job to do over here. Whoever's here, we roll with how we roll, and we keep it moving, so to speak. But go ahead, brother.
Well, let's start where you left off. Kevin Durant is a basketball player that has suffered a season-ending injury in his career. What else could he do? He couldn't play that year. Should his teammates be mad at him because he suffered a season-ending injury?
Okay,
Kyrie Irving has made a medical decision. This is no different than players who decide to have surgery. Remember, this is historically in the league, this has happened where a player has decided to have surgery at a time where it would impact his ability to play that year. And so they decided to sit out the season because they had some surgery, because they didn't want to have it in the off season and impact their off season with their families. So they have it in a time where it impacts their season. This has happened in the history of the NBA. And nobody can complain about that because contractually you can do that. Now you're angry at Kyrie Irving because he has decided that as a medical procedure, he does not want to participate in an experiment. We're not going to get involved in what you think it is. This is what it factually is called. It's an experiment. It has never been proven to work before. They're trying it out on people. You can do your own research. I'm not here to tell you what to do. We're talking about Kyrie Irving and what he's chosen to do in a public manner, in a public sphere. Here's the other thing. People are saying this man is not standing up for people like Ali did. Well, if he's not standing up for people like Ali did, he absolutely is, because Ali was protesting the ability of the government to draft you in a war that you didn't want to participate in. Kyrie is saying, I don't want to be drafted into a medical experiment that I and others don't want to participate in. What's wrong with that? And how is that not akin to what Muhammad Ali stood up for? So if you ask me, I'm Team Kyrie.
Yeah, no, listen, I'm with you 1,000%. Because at the end of the day, what's being left out is, and this is why I said, is he the poster child? No, anybody that wants to make him the focal point, they're totally dismissing or willfully ignoring the fact that it's thousands of healthcare workers, people who are on the front lines that are saying no to this. So listen, make it make sense to me.
Thousands of dock workers and port workers are striking in Europe, all over the world.
All over the place. So let's add them to the mix. You know what I'm saying? So let's not make him the malcontent. What I don't like about all of this, and to each his own. I'm not going to go down the road and explain this and explain that. And listen, I don't know him. I can't speak on his behalf. But what I don't like is how the powers to be make one guy or try to make one guy be the malcontent. Or, again, we talked about this before during our audio portions when Jose Canseco years ago came out and said that everybody in baseball is on steroids, or a lot of the, and the league and everybody, man, he just disgruntled. Well, turns out, look what happened. Okay, they did the same thing to Tim Donaghy when he said it was gambling and betting it, and they said, "Oh man, he just did." Davidson, "Oh man, he's just one guy." Stop doing that. You hear what I'm trying to say? Because we know it's a lot of followers and stuff out there, and they follow what the media say to a T. Hold on, we got another comment here from Doc. He put a target on his back when he decided to go against the man. Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. But you're not gonna paint the picture of this one guy like he just lying, just to be saying he's just talking to be talking. No, we're not gonna do that. Khalil, what do you say about well, hold on here, let me get this other comment up. Absolutely. I don't think it's right, but it's his body's his choice. At least it should be. Khalil, what do you say about Kyrie Irving? Is he the poster child for the anti-vaccine, or his stance about the vaccine?
I respect him 100 times more, because instead of going along with what everybody else is saying, you should do, or he should do, he did his own research and he's standing his ground on what he believes in. So to me, I would say everybody else in the NBA should do the same thing. I don't believe that, because the NBA in certain states have mandated the vaccine, let's just all get it and let's play. If he doesn't want to inject something in his body that he's unsure about, I think everybody should at least respect that he's doing his own research and he's standing his ground instead of going along with with what everybody tells him to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I taught him like I was taught. You don't follow nobody else's path, man. You cut your own and leave a fucking trail. Good stuff. Mr. TJ Goat, Billy Goat Jackson, Shadow Man Johnson, what say you about Kyrie and his decision to be anti?
I thought this was a serious topic, but anyway, two things.
It ain't gonna never be serious with you. You already, I'm coming at you every trip like you do me when we at work. But go ahead, go ahead, finish what you're saying.
It's all like neck bones. I want you to know that when I see you at work, it's all like neck bones. Right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's on.
I'm not worried about it.
Durant, he definitely mad. I know he's mad. He balled too hard. He trained too hard. Like Rich said, he didn't have injuries, been out seasons, and for one of his best teammates to be out like that, I don't care what he say. I know he mad. He might not say it publicly, but he mad. With Kyrie, I'm definitely pro-choice though. Like I feel like everybody got their own choice to make, but it feels like to me, Kyrie just want to something other than basketball. I feel like he just want to be known for it so bad, and it just anything. I don't know. That's why the vibes I get from him. But it's his choice, man.
Yeah, that's possible. That's an interesting point too. Mr. Ricardo Statford, I see you over there waiting patiently. What are your thoughts on Kyrie and the anti-vaccine?
I'm not saying this because I'm a big Kyrie fan, but I'm definitely on his side, man. You can't hear how I look at this. How I look at it, it's his body. You can't change somebody's beliefs like that. Like, I was actually interested in one of my buddies in New York. He sent me an article. I don't forget his first name. A guy with the last name of Godwin that played for the Hawks maybe last year.
Yeah. Yep.
His blood clots on getting the vaccine. And then he came out later when he spoke it on his own and said, I guess the doctors and the Hawks know about it, and the Hawks told him not to go publicly with it. And he went publicly with it anyway. So, I mean, you can't change his belief. You know, I'm against it myself. I don't want my kids to get it. Like, you can't just force somebody to do that. Like, it's just, first of all, it's been here for what, 2 years now, and the vaccine has just been made. Like, in the blink
Yeah,
of
that's too.
an
Yeah, that's
eye.
too fast. That's
Now
too
you
fast.
trying to force it on people. I mean, I'm no judging here. If you get it, you get it. But I mean, I'm with them. You know what I mean? So I think they really trying to. This not the first time they've been going against them. Like, this might be the bigger
Oh,
issue. This not the
right.
first time all these people, the powers to be, coming against them. To me personally, I think they're trying to Allen Iverson them, like how they
Oh,
get
wow.
up out the.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's good stuff. Double J, before I come to you, I just want to point something out. For all the viewers out there, we appreciate y'all for chiming in, making your comments, Doc, and whatnot. We appreciate y'all. But the Tuskegee Experiment was real. A lot of people think the Tuskegee Experiment was the red tails. That was Tuskegee. Yes, it was. But if you do some research, and I'm talking about, you got to do more than there. I've always said this, man. There's a manifest function to everything, and there's a latent. You have to be willing to go beyond the latent even to research this thing. The Tuskegee Experiment, they were told, those people, the whatever you want to call them, the subjects or whatnot, that they had bad blood and they were doing an experiment or something or whatever to see if it was bad blood. And they injected all of the people with syphilis. So at the end of the day, look, you're not going to be with me for, and this might not be a bad analogy, but I'm going to throw it out here anyway. You're not going to be with me for 20-something years, and I'm used to eating pancakes, and then one morning I wake up, you made me French toast, and I'm going to be, heck no. That's like I said before, putting powdered sugar on a pile of dog poo and I'm going to think it's a funnel cake. It ain't going down like that. We got to do some investigation around here, you know what I'm saying, or have a conversation. All right, Double J, take it away.
Well, everybody's brought up some very valid points, and the more frustrating portion of this is the fact that he's being alienated. That society as a whole has came down and just declared that it's conform or die, and if you have an opposing view on what the majority or what the narrative that's being suggested should be followed, then you're deemed a conspiracy theorist. And at that point, again, what it takes away from is individual thought. And so just at a high level, taking this particular subject even out of the equation, all of this still needs to be really re-looked at, taking a hard look under a microscope with how we're approaching things at a high level. And again, understanding who benefits from what, and then you're going to have a much clearer idea of why certain things are done the way that they are. And because this is no different whether it's Kyrie Irving, Tyler Bertuzzi, or others, the Western Michigan University players.
Absolutely,
there's a lot of folks have had opposing views, and hopefully, again, instead of alienating them or even praising them, just being able to understand and even agree to disagree. That's what we need to be able to take away from it.
Double J.
Yep.
He is a conspiracy theorist, though, ain't he?
How so?
Kyrie Irving?
He said, how so?
His earth is flat. That topic right there itself, that's definitely a conspiracy.
Oh man, come on, man. Something to hold.
Let me address.
Listen, I'm not talking about him with the vaccine. I'm talking about him as a person.
I heard
He's a person. He always thinks outside of the box.
But here, let me ask you a great question. That's a great question. But let me ask you a question in return. You described him as a conspiracy theorist because. But
I am one too. Before you ask.
But listen, we heard you. We heard you use the language. We just talking about what you use.
Okay.
You described him as a conspiracy theorist because all of us have heard at one time or another that Kyrie Irving alleges to believe that the Earth is flat. Stop. If that's your definition of a conspiracy theorist, do you know what a Hare Krishna is?
Yeah, I was.
Do you know what a Scientologist is?
No. Go ahead.
Do you know what
Explain
these
these
people
things.
are? And if you knew anything about, do you know what a 7-day Adventist is? Do you know what a Mormon believes? And if you heard some of what they believe, you would describe them as conspiracy theorists as well. So if it's the Kyrie Irving went to Duke University, look it up. You can't go on a basketball scholarship. You don't just get into Duke University. So Kyrie Irving is not a dummy. The reason that Brother Castro was pointing out that the media seems to dislike him is because he's a thinking young man. How is Kyrie Irving a conspiracy theorist? He's so dumb. He's just a problem. But the players elect him to be vice president of the league to speak on their behalf. Why would they do that? Why did Kobe Bryant take him in as a young little protege? Why did he mentor him and bring him around and say that of all the people, why do we love watching him play basketball? Just because he's unorthodox and how he thinks a certain way, we gonna join with these silly people and call him a conspiracy theorist?
No, brother,
Listen,
I don't. He was.
That's not a bad thing. I just told you, I'm one too. I think a lot.
But I'm telling you, you shouldn't use that word. There's no such thing as a conspiracy theorist.
Okay.
You're not a conspiracy theorist.
No, you're not.
Don't join it. That's what they use on TV to denigrate him because they're saying because he see him a certain way. They use that language and say you're a conspiracy. No, ain't no such thing as a conspiracy.
Okay, and let me throw this out here too. I used to tell my sons all the time. Society got us thinking, for the most part, that if we ain't doing what everybody else is doing, then something is wrong with you. But I step back and I look at what society is doing, and I'm not saying I'm an angel, no nothing, but the immorality and the integrity and all those other words that they use to try to stand on, I see your actions belie your words. So don't call me no conspiracy theorist because I think different than you, and I don't think like everybody else. That's all that is. Anytime you don't think like the masses, then the masses want to turn around and say, oh, he's a problem. They said it about Nat Turner. They said it about Malcolm X. They say it about Greg Popovich. They said it about Steve Kerr. This is why you have to do research, extensive research. And I mean, if you listen, I took journalism in college. And I ain't trying to brag on it. I'm just saying the first thing that my professors, every one of them, that they said when it was time for us to do our term papers, they said, if I find that you used any magazines or any, like, you know, them little commercialized things as a source, I don't care how eloquently your paper is, I'm failing you. Do you understand? We had to go to the library and spend hours and hours and dig up for books and books and books to get extensive research so that that our papers were based on substance and not sensational. That's what that is. When you go to the grocery store and you get that little magazine at the end of the aisle, whatever it is, I don't know. Oh, this guy's an alien and all that old crap, and the people could run back and repeat at the doggone water cooler. Hey, you know what they said in the New York, what's the name? He was an alien. Man, please, you the one with the tail. Anyway, my bad. What was you gonna say? Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Miss me. It ain't about no conspiracy theories, man. What it is people think education is confined to the four walls of an institution. It's not. It goes beyond the four walls of an institution. Seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. You get what I'm trying to tell you? And not, I'm gonna tell you who y'all really need to look up on this whole particular situation. Look up Jane Elliott. Huh? That's what you need to do.
I'm already here.
Yeah, look up Jane Elliott, because Jane Elliott been putting it down since the 70s, baby. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, and let's see what she had to say about all this type of stuff that's going on, man. Ain't no such thing as conspiracy theories. Excuse my little mini rant. Go ahead, Mr. Stafford. What were you gonna say?
I was just saying, like, the piggyback on what you all were saying. Look how they did my move when he.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like if you don't believe in what they believe in, you automatically the public enemy number one. Like.
Oh, and Craig Hodges?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Craig Hodges, what they did to him too. But you know what's crazy? The same people that will point to you when you have a difference of opinion, that's what I'm saying. People are so quick to call it hate. Oh, you hating. Why? Because I see it different. That's what that is. I think that is so ignorant. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Because I debate all my equals. Everybody else I teach. I'm sorry. That's how we're going to do it here. But at the end of the day, man, listen here.
I think it come down to people not having enough courage to stand on what they truly believe in.
Right.
That's what I think it really can
Hey, what's the old saying? Stand for something or fall for anything.
Yeah. And if you do stand on something, I mean, matter of fact, I'll go to a biblical reference for you right quick when they talk about taking a stand for something. King Nebuchadnezzar and the three boys, and I'm not a Christian by no means, but the moral of the story was: if you're gonna stand, stand. If you're gonna sit, sit, but do not waver. And them same folks is pointing out at you, them tell them they teeter tottering. They weeble wobble, but they don't fall down.
You're lucky we on TJ today, because you left yourself wide open with a bunch of gut shots, but we on TJ today.
That's what it is.
He looking like he down there in the cell in his grandmother's basement, just scared we gonna talk about.
We always on TJ. We always on TJ.
Yeah, we always on TJ.
We on him today. That's my man.
He asked for it. Yeah, he asked for it.
He asked for it the first day he came.
Yeah, he asked for it. All right, fellas, that was good right there. I appreciate you. Moving on. Double J, we're gonna come to you on this one. Give me now. Oh, now my bad. Let me give myself a button. I forgot to mention the start of the NBA season is the 17th or 19th. Is it? Where we at here? What's the day? Oh yeah, the 19th. What happened to Mr. Ricardo Stafford? I don't know where yet. What'd you say? Yes,
on Thursday.
He probably got a phone call.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Probably.
You know that'll stop the connection.
Yeah, to stop the connection. Yep. All right, it's all good. He'll probably join us here when he get done with his call or whatnot. Yeah, but the season starts actually this Tuesday, the 19th. I'm not going to tell you who the lineup, who's playing who, and who what, and so on and so forth. You all have to look that up. But give me one team and player to look out for this upcoming NBA season. Double J.
I'm going to give you the Detroit Pistons and Cade Cunningham.
You want to run that Robbie again? What you talking about?
I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming either. Ow, let me rub my eye. Ow. Whoa. Would you like to elaborate right quick? I like Cade Cunningham, by the way. But
here's the thing right now. The pulse of the team, the guy hasn't played. So he's already coming into that, is this, kind of the you hear the little snickers and stuff in the crowd. Additionally, what else you hear in that crowd are chants for another Piston, which is Luka Garza. And that, of course, is your player of the year from Iowa, and somebody that they're trying, that we'll see what happens, but who ends up becoming the better player throughout the year, and what difference do they bring ultimately to the team? And of course, who else a lot of people are looking forward to is, of course, Jalen Green. That
Absolutely.
1 and 2 stuff is going to be something to watch all year long.
I think so too. Good stuff, Double J. Double J came with the Detroit Motor City breakdown, baby. Mr. Shadow Man, TJ, my bad, the GOAT, Billy Goat Jackson.
You said it right. The GOAT James in the lake. No.
Yes, absolutely.
I want to say that.
He was getting ready to say the Lakers, brother Rich. You keep it. He was getting ready to say the Lakers. Yeah.
I knew y'all was gonna be like, oh, of course.
You had to check yourself.
Yeah, check yourself for your.
I mean, they're gonna win the championship, but look out for the Charlotte and Melo Ball, man.
Man.
Listen. Oh man,
like a LeBron fan, late to the party. We've done that on this B-road.
Yeah, but listen, no,
a year too late.
Y'all said pick a person and a team.
Yeah, and you did, and you satisfied the requirement in that particular case. But you know what? You're a thief. You're a thief. Because you heard me say that in the locker room. You stole mine. You heard me talking to RB. Yeah, you stole it. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. What do you mean? Listen, we're a year too late here.
You stole it, man. You heard me say that. You heard me say I was gonna bring that on the show today. Oh, you crafty. I gotta watch.
No, I didn't hear you. I don't hear you half the time when you're talking. I just want you to know that.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you told me. Hold on. Let me check my pockets, make sure there wasn't no real thievery going on. Let me check my pockets. My gosh, man, you all up in me pickpocket.
Hey, listen, man.
Stop it.
That boy gonna ball out this year. Y'all gonna be surprised.
Ain't nobody gonna be surprised because we already talked about it.
Y'all gonna be surprised.
No, we're not.
Hey, and you know what?
Nobody on this program is gonna be surprised, but I thought I was going to tell you. You're late.
Yeah, nobody
said that on this program.
Yeah. You late.
Well, I said it now.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay,
yeah, we know. Like LeBron, we're late.
I said it now.
Okay, got you. You know what, Mike Quick, man, I'm not really a sneakerhead, but them shoes LaMelo got that by Puma. Oh, I'm gonna give him.
Now we don't have a cop or drop segment on the show, but that is yes.
But we might have to. Yeah, we might have to. Good thought, Double J. Oh, we might have to add that.
Yeah, Double J, that's a good one, man.
Yeah, Double J is apparently Double J want to be sitting in the driver's seat, because he's throwing out little subtleties or whatnot. But I'm gonna give him I'm gonna give you a nod for that. Was pretty good one right there, Double J. But his whole ensemble is pretty good, man. The whole outfit. I'm not real big on the fire engine red or whatever color it was. Without my glasses, I can't see from here to there. But I don't know if it's orange, red, blue, green. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it's a nice little ensemble.
If you can't see, why you always throwing rocks at the sun? I'm just saying.
Hey, would you let the people know right now? You said you was gonna come on the show. You was trying to get 10 buttons. You're already at 9. You know what I'm saying? So keep it up. And we still got about 15 more minutes left in the program. Khalil, give me one team and player to watch for this upcoming NBA season.
One team, the Bulls. One player.
That's a good pick, nephew.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why I said that. I know everybody talking about the Lakers, the Nets, the Bucks. I try to, go outside the box, because I see the Bulls in the season. They looking pretty solid. Player wise, it could be any player, right?
The Bulls and who did you say, Khalil?
Nah, Sharif Cooper from the Hawks.
Ah,
player
okay.
Good.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I'm not just saying this because he's my son or whatnot, but he keeps me abreast of all of the local, the high school players, the up and coming guys and so on and so forth. Yeah, he's all into those and one, whatever them videos are. I couldn't even tell you.
So you got talent out there in Dallas?
You tell them about
right? See what I'm saying? This is an NBA show, but we got to keep talking about the Cowboys and all that kind of stuff.
I said you told them about Mikey, right?
Mikey who?
Oh, Mikey Williams. Hey, but tell me why he never wins a big game ever. I've yet to see Mikey.
Yeah, I'm hip to
Mikey. You know what, Double J? I like his stance on because I think about a year ago he said, the top high school black athletes should be looking into HBCUs.
Sure did.
Absolutely.
When he had that take, I was like, man, he only 15, 16 talking like that. I gave him a salute.
You know who he down with, Khalil? You know who he down with?
Who's he down with?
Oh,
Clutch, he gonna be down with Clutch Sports and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
you already know what's going on.
Hey, after the Ben Simmons debacle, I don't know. They might be signing with Ling Lao from China. You can't. Listen. I'm all for player empowerment. I'm really all for player empowerment.
You know Brian got him thinking like that.
Yeah,
Big
okay.
Brian, you know what?
Yeah. Hey, and what did the establishment say? They say, look here, y'all can keep playing if you want to. We're gonna take this 1,300,000 million billion trillion off the table. He's like, hold up, wait a minute, dog. My bad. I was the little boy who cried wolf ding, wolf ding. Yeah, anyway, me in particular, I was gonna pick the Hornets, but I can't now because Shadow Man just stole it. Thief in the night. He like the State Farm guy with the fisherman with the fishing rod. Yeah, he's in $1. You almost had it. Oh. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, Helen. I'm rolling with the Houston Rockets actually, because personally, and listen, I'm not rolling with the Rockets per se. Like I'm a Rockets fan.
It's the second year in a row you did this, Double J.
No. I'm gonna tell you why. I like Porter, the Porter that was here in Cleveland. I believe they gave up on him too soon. I know he did some dumb, boneheaded stuff, but if you study the mind, you don't have to be a psychiatrist or nothing like that. But if you look up when a young minds are just wired a certain way. I'm not excusing what he did. You know what I'm saying? That's why, with age comes wisdom is not a truth. With age should come wisdom. You get what I'm saying? I think my man, Mr. Stafford is back with us. Okay. Yeah,
My
Mr.
bad,
Stafford.
Tucker.
We glad.
My
Yeah, we
bad.
glad you. Yeah, we glad you came back here. I just like Porter, but if you look what he's so far since he's been in Houston, the things he's said and things he's done so far, totally different than what it was when he was here in Cleveland. You get what I'm saying?
Well,
I like that young dude, and I'm telling you, the Cavs shouldn't have gave up on him. And then my team really, and my one player for real is the Grizzlies and Ja Morant. Man, I'm a Ja Morant dude. I've been a Ja Morant dude since day 1 too.
Hey, listen though, Jay. If you wanted to pick 3, you should have played the lottery. You pick 3. Can we pick 3? Okay then.
What was the question?
Hey, hold on, Mr. Stafford.
He picked 3.
Hey, TJ, don't make me give you a homework assignment. Don't make me have you write on the board 300 times. I will not disrespect the J, baby. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you about to get what?
You picked 3.
Okay, listen, just pat the erasers together, man. That's what I need you to do. And stand in the corner. Put your nose
all over
in
the place, man.
Mr. Stafford, would you give us one team and one player to watch out for this upcoming NBA season?
Like an up and coming player?
Yeah, anybody, just anybody, that you think might ball out this year.
I'm gonna stay with the Grizzlies, but I'm gonna say the person that's supposed to be his co-star. I'm gonna say Jaren Jackson. He was injured a lot last year.
Absolutely,
they got him back towards the end, but I think that's somebody to watch for. I think if he can blossom, because like to me, I think they're gonna move up. I'm not big on this Portland Trailblazers team. I think they lost a lot,
really?
And they didn't improve at all on what they were trying to do. I feel if Jaren Jackson can be on the same type of career path he was his first couple years before the injury, I think they can do a lot, especially now they got big Steven Adams over there. I think that's the team to watch. I ain't gonna say they're a championship contender, but I think that's the team to watch. And I got a love-hate relationship with my Knicks too. So
yeah, me too, man. Me too, man. Listen, New York is a whole different animal, man. If you ever play up there, New York is a whole different animal. Chicago is too, and Detroit, believe it or not. Definitely. And I can't really say much about Atlanta except the run and shoot, the 24-hour spot. Back when I played, I mean, yeah, they do. They get.
Oh, there's a few after-hour spots.
Yeah, they do. They get down. You know what, Double J? To your point, though, right quick, going back a few spaces here about Luke Garza. I love his footwork, but I don't know if he needs to lose a little bit more weight. He's kind of, I don't know. For a big man,
he's lost 25, man. He's still in there. Yeah.
Okay. Seemed like he was kind of slow. His game really, from what I saw in college, his game is more suited for like the NBA playoffs than maybe an 82 game, stretch in the regular season. You know what I'm saying? We're in a 7-game series because his footwork is nice. It's real nice. It ain't Zebo nice because Zebo could get his whenever he felt like it.
Right.
Now, what you got to say to that, Shadow Man, Jackson, TJ, go?
I got something to say. It's just inappropriate.
Okay. Oh, wow. No, we're not doing that here. We don't use profanity.
I don't even think TJ know who Luke Garza is.
He don't. He ain't know who Drazen Petrovic was. Yeah, I'm putting you on blast right here.
Listen, man. Luke Garza, Luke Lonely, Luke Skywalker, Lakers in 5.
Oh, wow.
He meant years. We should have let him finish. He meant 5 years. The Lakers will win the next championship in 5 years. But let me say this. The team to watch. Don't hate. Team to watch, player to watch. Underestimated the team that will surprise the whole league this year. The Los Angeles Clippers and the coming out of Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann. Watch the
Lakers in 4. My bad.
Yeah, Doc said Lakers in 4.
Doc I can see that 4 years. 4 years. They'll be back. They'll be able to get some. Zion will be here in 4 years.
Okay, yeah.
You know, the picking on the because I'm a Clippers fan too.
Oh, here we go.
I'm about to go fade to black.
Yeah, me too.
I like the Bledsoe addition to an extent.
Absolute fact. That's why I'm telling you, our most underrated team. Bledsoe, the young rookie.
Man, stop it.
Terrence Mann is
Oh,
doing show.
stop it.
I still think they still haven't
No,
got
I ain't gonna lie, Barbershop
that
Jay.
playmaking point guard yet. I think if they get a playmaking point guard, like, to be honest with you, I don't know how they would do it. I wouldn't mind John Wall if he's healthy on the Clippers roster.
That's who they're looking to get.
Now, okay.
That's who they're looking to get.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely, they looking to get.
Now, Brother Rich, I'm with you on the Terrence Mann thing, but the Clippers as a whole, they seem to be they are an enigma. They are an enigma. You know what I mean? But hold on now. Not Terrence Bledsoe. What's his name? Bledsoe, whatever his Bledsoe is. What in the world? We lost my man, Mr. Stafford again. Hopefully he can get back with us before we get out of here.
You see that?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I sure do.
That's me pulling the Clippers from the basement. Come upstairs.
Wow. I gotta give you that was a pretty good one right there. Absolutely not. Bledsoe, what does he do well? See, it's not so much who's being added. Here we go again. It's whether or not who's being added is complementary to one another. What does he do complementary?
Here's what Bledsoe brings. The Clippers don't need another star. They need a competent ball handler.
Please.
No, you ask what he brings. I'm telling you.
They have Rondo.
He brings
Rondo, his attitude didn't fit.
No. Soon he put Kawhi in check and said, "Why you did?" When Kawhi airballed that three, that's when they said, "You know what, Rondo, you can't play no more."
Correct. This is the NBA.
And they always talk about LeBron, but look at that move Kawhi did. He the most scared player in the league.
The NBA, you can't. NBA, you can't put in check.
Kawhi is the most scared player in the league by far.
He's the most what?
He's scandalous. He is. He went behind Russell Westbrook back. He left LeBron on the island.
Actually entered the comedy hour. This was the period you easily cracking jokes at the end of the program.
Oh my gosh.
Now he's earning his comedy title. This is part of what you're gonna be. All the listeners, he is our new comic. Comic
yes,
TJ.
Yes.
Yay! What you
yes,
gonna do?
absolutely, man. He's the most scandalous player in the league, man.
That's why you talk. Go ahead.
Stop it. Yeah, he had to learn it from somebody.
Oh man, you can't be serious. You're not being serious.
You ain't gonna win nothing in that clip.
You watch too much Stephen A. Smith, young man.
Yeah,
he ruined your understanding of sports.
Yeah,
you watch too much of him.
Matter of fact, he got the sports ticker in his back
pocket.
What
Stephen A. had to do with what I just said?
Because you look like you talk like him right now. You sound like him right now.
He said that. Hold on. Stephen A. said that.
He says
no,
nonsense,
you did.
And that's what you sound like you're talking about. The book of nonsense. He's speaking written by Stephen A. Smith. The book of nonsense.
The book of nonsense.
You can have at it. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, we is. Anyway, Khalil,
I said it was the truth. I know that.
According to who? Stephen A. Smith?
Yeah. I don't even watch First Take, sir.
Oh, how would you know he was talking about First Take? He could have been talking about Quite Frankly.
Who don't know who Stephen A. Smith is?
Yeah, okay, anyway.
You're the one that brought him up earlier. You brought him
you know what I'm saying?
No, that's Stephen J. Smith and you Rich Bayless.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you got your ink pen. It's on backwards. Khalil, who represents the East and the West in this year's finals? Give me an East rep and a West rep for this year's finals.
West Coast, I gotta go Lakers, man. I can't see nobody beating them. If they play it right, I can't see nobody.
Smart young man.
I gotta go with Brooklyn. If Kyrie play, I gotta go with Brooklyn. I think that's what everybody want to see. Oh, Barbershop, they stop hating, man. Stop it, man. Come on,
absolutely. I can't believe.
Honestly, I can't see nobody.
Hey, I would say,
I'm not with the,
I can't believe y'all just.
I'm not with the team up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with the everybody joining one team. I ain't with that. I'm just saying,
what did your Bulls do?
Yeah, I mean, I thought you was gonna pick the Bulls. The Bulls can't. The Bulls can't get there this year.
I don't think they beat.
They made all the moves just to go be the 5th seed in the East.
Hey, but I like
They'll be Eastern Conference Finals, probably Bulls and the Nets. I can give you that.
Hey,
Probably.
DJ, chill out, man.
That's fair. Double J, who represents the East and West in this year's finals? Go.
Let's say Milwaukee's going to represent the East. I think the Kyrie thing, unfortunately, will have we know what's Bro Rich always said. No team. Yeah. I mean, no team with James Harden will ever win. So I'm not going to plug them back in there. And then from the West, man, push comes to shove. I hate to say it, but I think the Lakers.
I see right now, y'all all on the doggone television circuit here lately. My gosh. Brother Rich. Oh, Doc,
the
hold on.
Los Angeles Clippers, this young man is correct, out west. And from the east, the Boston Celtics.
Wow. Whoa.
Brother Rich, you know something, and you're not sharing it with everybody. Shame on you. See, that's what that LA life do for you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get to be out there.
You asked me for my pick, and I'm giving you that. He picked in Michigan. You picked where you. Come on, you.
Yeah, I'm just saying. No, I like the fact that with the Celtics that came out of nowhere. See, you know something we don't know, and you're not telling us, but it's all good. Guess what?
Who you got?
What you mean? Who I got? You talking about me, TJ?
Coming out the East and West, man.
I got the Washington Generals and the Edmonton Eskimos. Hey, look, I'm like, oh, my bad. Yeah, Doc. Okay, we read this comment. The Lakers or the Clippers out of the West, and the Bucks, or if Kyrie is healthy. Yeah. I'm like Oliver North in these proceedings. Okay, doing the Iran-Contra affair. Y'all need to go look that up if you don't already know. I don't recall. You know what I'm saying? I have no recollection right now. Actually, I'm telling you, I couldn't tell you who coming out the East. The East is a toss-up. I mean, you know, the Pacers look okay, but I'm just not
Pacers. Come on.
I like the Pacers. Okay,
hold on.
I was like this. I was fading to black.
They're going to be fourth in the Central.
Hey, hey. No. We're not doing. No, we're not doing that right now. Actually, I got the Nets and the Lakers, believe it or not.
Wait a minute. You did all that. You to sell out too? What's wrong with you, man?
Oh, okay. So that's what y'all.
They holding you hostage in the post office if you don't say it later.
That's what we all
tell me, man. Okay, I can send the brothers to help you out, man.
So you admitting that you sold out. Everybody on the panel sold out today. Okay, it's all good. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? If you can't beat them, then join them. You know, it's called team up. Oh, and as far as like you say, TJ, your boy, talking about he's Kawhi's on scab or whatever it is. You ain't tell nobody like Mike Miller. Just hold on. I'm coming down there. You ain't got to come here. Oh, my bad. Yeah.
Do I get a chance to pick my team?
No. Did you pick your team? I thought you picked your team already. We'll go.
Of course, he's a
great choice, Jay. Yes. My bad. Wrong button. Go ahead. Pick your team, man.
Okay, first of all, I want to know what Rich is drinking. Like, what type of yak you drink, Mr. Rich, and what drink do you drink, Jay? Talking about the Pacers in Boston.
I drink water and coconut. That's what I drink. I don't need. I drink natural juices to.
No alcohol.
No, absolutely not.
Nope.
Not right now.
And listen, you don't be asking nobody what they drinking, what you drinking, because whatever the stuff you be saying, hey bartender, I'll have what he's having and make mine a double.
No. I don't want to drink. He hang out with Stephen A. Smith and them. He go to the bars and hang out with them kind of people.
Yeah, he already
talk all that nonsense. And they say, "What you think? Yeah, what they supposed to say? What they say to say? Okay, say just like our guy told us. All of them, we know that's a script they write for them. All them people who say that, he just following the script written for him.
Following the script. Yeah. Pick your team and play. Pick your East and West. Would you, Mr. TJ?
Well, I got Brooklyn coming out the East, with or without Kyrie.
Okay.
Long as they healthy. If they healthy, then I got Brooklyn. If they're not healthy, then I say Milwaukee. But
Okay,
in the
fair.
West, let me go on a limb. Since y'all saying the Pacers and Boston, I'm gonna say the Clippers.
What?
I mean,
Wow.
I thought we was making outrageous guesses, so I'm gonna say the Clippers.
Oh, okay, got you.
An outrageous guess what you've been doing all along, assuming somebody is the GOAT, when in fact they might be, as our host calls them, the Billy Goat. That's an outrageous guess. An outrageous guess was the performance you put on when you just stood on the table and did a whole show talking about something,
exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
that was outrageous.
Yeah. Hey, and you know why you talk.
This is well in bounds what you just said.
Yeah.
You showed some grit and grind. You stood up. Yeah.
Hey, and I got to tell you, I'm looking at us here on this panel right now. I don't know why, but I'm reminded of the Muppets. That show that used to come on back in the day. Brother Rich and Double J, the two old guys, are sat in the balcony. Meanwhile, I'm getting a new hairpiece in the mail. Yes, the United States Postal Services came through for your boy. Yes, I will have a nice little slick back, baby, next time we come back. All right. Enough of the shenanigans. Last question for the day before we get out of here. We appreciate y'all for staying with us long enough. I know that Sunday night football game is on right now. We're going to get you out of here on this last one. Khalil, we're going to come to you right quick with this one, man. Give me the greatest, and I use the terms loosely because this didn't seem to fit. The greatest non-finals in your lifetime.
Non-finals. What you mean by that, Barbershop Jay?
What you mean? What I mean? Give me a series that was not the finals. First round, second round, Eastern Conference, Western Conference. I'm talking about something that was not the finals. A series that was the greatest.
Oh, I got one. I wanted to see 09. I wanted to see Kobe and Bron in the finals. I wanted to see that, and that never happened.
I said greatest non-finals, boy.
It actually that happened.
No, I didn't.
No, he's saying he wanted like first round, second round series.
Oh, he wanted to see
it.
it. Okay, we'll give you a pass on that, even though this ain't Jeopardy. We'll give you a pass on that. I'm gonna need you to touch up on your Encyclopedia Browns, baby. Okay, Mr. Shadow Man Jackson, man. Billy Goat John. Greatest non-finals in your lifetime.
Let me see. It's something with LeBron.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
I got one.
Yeah, who couldn't have guessed that? But go ahead.
No, but listen, it's so hard because he always in the finals. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to guess his non-finals.
Magic was too. Magic went to 100 of them too. And what's the point? What's your point here?
But listen, anyway, LeBron versus the Pistons. You know, when we finally got over the hump, that was a great series. Series.
That's fair. I give you that one. I give you that one. Double.
They don't give no credit for that type of stuff.
Yeah, you've been denied, although you tried. To get you some of that in your life. Double J, greatest non-finals in your lifetime.
There's a few, and it really is kind of I would say kind of four-way tie between these. You could go 87, I think, was the Pistons, Pistons Celtics. And then, of course, despite the shenanigans, the 02 Lakers Kings. And then I'll go 98 Bulls Pacers.
Ah, wow.
Double J, what you said they cheated the Kings.
Huh? I did. Absolutely, I did. But as far as the series goes, it was still, from watching that, I watched every one of those games. And I could only imagine what it would have been like to actually attend. But
you got to be careful saying that, Double J, saying you watched every one of those games, because some people only on this show, on this P program, only watch highlights.
I couldn't
talking about TJ like that. I was going.
Huh? I didn't say no names, brother Richard.
But shame on you.
Shame on you, brother Richard. Yeah, shame on you, brother Richard.
Y'all spent half the episode last week saying they got cheated, and now you saying that was one of the best series.
It's still.
We're not talking about the outcome. We're talking about the way it was played.
Yeah,
it's still one of the best ones.
Because even with the Bulls and Pacers, that was still something that
Yeah,
I would have said, everybody was rooting for Indiana, but it just, still MJ got through.
Yeah, he got through. What can you say, Brother Rich? What about you, man?
I'll say
I got a real
2000
interesting one for you.
Lakers versus Blazers.
Chicago and the Cleveland Cavaliers when they had Mark Price in them. That was
Snappy Drew, yes.
When Jordan,
that's a good one.
When he hit that iconic jumper when they won, because that team put the Cavaliers. We didn't really know about the Cavaliers before that. We didn't know how good they are. Remember, that's one of the best teams in Cavaliers franchise history. Doherty and Price, and that series to me, that was iconic in terms of having seen it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Brother Rich.
When he hit that shot over that okay, never mind.
You remember that one? I didn't know.
Oh, here he goes.
You know real basketball. I didn't know you know real basketball.
I didn't even say nothing. I didn't say nothing.
This is the thing. This is the thing, young man. This is what you just did.
I didn't say nothing.
No. This is what you did say. This is what you. I don't deal with what people say. My father told me to listen to what they say and listen up underneath it. And what you did say is this when he hit that shot. You don't even need to say who it is. We all know when you say he because it's an iconic figure. You would have to describe your guy. And you only remember what shot. You talking about when Ray Allen hit that shot or when Kyrie hit that shot?
Exactly.
But when you say when he hit that shot, we know you're talking about like
exactly.
You see how they gang up on me?
No, ain't nobody gang up on me.
I'm talking to your son, not Pops. Khalil. You see how they gang up on me? They talking about the shot. Who he hit that shot on?
It don't matter who.
Again,
who he hit that shot on?
What you mean?
Who did he hit the shot on?
I'll tell you who hit the shot on.
Who did he hit it on?
No. Who he hit that shot on? You just worry about the fact you know who he is.
Who did he hit the shot on?
He hit the shot on. He hit the shot on JJ Barea.
The Holy Ghost.
It was JJ Barea. That's who hit the shot on. Oh, my bad. It was Scary Terry. That's who it was. Oh, my bad. It was Rayford Austin. Or Hito Turkey Lou. Or Petrus. You want me to keep going? Anywho, yeah, like I said, please, man.
What do they have to do with what I just asked you?
Oh, my fault.
Let me tell you what they have to do with it. What they have to do with it is he hit so many iconic shots that you really could go down the list. What was he talking about? Utah when he hit a shot against Baltimore?
Hey, Khalil, this how you school it, though. My guy hit more shots than him. His guy. My guy hit more shots than his guy.
Of course, in the career.
At a higher percentage. At a higher percentage.
He played in a better era. He was
at a higher percentage.
Of course he did.
What we talking about? Regular season or
go ahead. Come on, nephew.
We talking about playoffs. We talking about playoffs.
Playoffs, maybe.
And the people who was guarding my guy was way more talented on defense than his guys were.
Man, JJ Barea wasn't talented. Man, stop, man. Come in, man. Cut it out, man.
Let me ask you a
question. He didn't hit no shot on no JJ Barea, bro.
Let me ask you a question. Y'all got medical marijuana in Ohio? Because this young man smoking some good stuff, brother. I know we got
I'm trying to tell you.
We got the best stuff out west.
Wiggle up north.
Best stuff out here.
Yeah.
Hey, they want to crack jokes when you give them facts, man.
Man, please, man, stop it. Stop it. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna move things on. Oh, you definitely coming back on here. You gonna get
the stats don't lie.
You gonna get what?
The stats, the history books don't lie.
My goodness.
Oh,
your eyes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I tell you what, when the aforementioned, started winning championships, he didn't regress. Huh? The stats don't lie.
Hold on. What do you mean? Explain that part for me.
Here's the thing. There was
no. Explain that part for me. Let him explain. Then you can go Double J. Go ahead.
What I'm saying to you is, when he started winning championships and being in championship rounds, he didn't win one and lose two, or win two and then get swept in two and then win some more. Once he started winning the finals, that's why they call it the finals, he kept winning them until he's decided he was done. Okay, right. It wasn't.
So hold on. So he never lost to Orlando.
What?
We talking about finals?
Okay,
you gotta remember that.
I said finals. I said when he started winning championships, man.
It's rounds before the finals that you can
That's
lose.
not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking
That
about is
95
I'm telling you, he
series,
lost
that was the
those.
first round.
no.
But he
Listen,
lost those.
Semifinals. That was second round.
hold on. You just said the stats don't lie. Don't be selective about which stats that you're gonna use to paint the picture that you're trying to paint. And listen, while you holding press conferences, I'm holding court. And in court of law, we hope we bring all
Man, I don't care
the
about all
evidence.
all
Yeah, that's
that
what
right
we do
there.
here. That's what
I
we do
said
here.
what I said. That's fact. He
Oh,
lost
okay,
to
that's what I'm
Orlando
saying.
when he came back.
Okay, well, you said the stats don't lie. And 4-6 is not a lie either. And if the stats don't lie, 6-0 don't lie either.
So
That's a
losing in the
stat
first
too.
or second round don't mean nothing.
No, we're not.
No.
Listen. Oh wow, here we go.
I'm
Here we
just
go.
saying.
But wait a minute. But this is the point that I'm making.
One at a time, please.
Go ahead, Khalil.
Man, you can't compare the two because you don't get a ring in the first round. You get one in the finals.
Thank
you.
you.
That's what
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
But this is the point that I was going to make is that there's.
So since he lost before the finals, it don't mean that ain't got nothing to do with
that ain't what he said. Don't try to twist it.
I'm just asking.
Don't try to twist it. That ain't what he said. No, that's not what he's saying. You heard what he said.
I'm not mistaken. Didn't he play like 14 years in the league?
What that got to do with how long?
Hold on.
Man, stop it, man. Stop.
I'm asking questions like you're asking questions.
Here's the thing.
Every major sport, everybody plays for a championship. That's the main goal, the championship, the goal. That's what everybody wants.
Okay, and 8 years he didn't win championships.
Okay,
right,
so
but when he started winning,
8 years he didn't win.
Okay, so wait,
but you're talking about you're punishing him for during that era in general. You could go all the way back to 81. Speaking of conference finals and such, you had the Sixers and Celtics. The Celtics got over the hump on the Sixers at that point. Then all of a sudden you had again the Lakers, Celtics, then Celtics, Pistons. Then now you had.
So the Bulls came into the league in 91.
I'm just saying from
I'm asking because I know they was there in the 80s. I could have swore they was there in the 80s.
Yeah, and they were a dumpster fire. They were horrible.
Who was on that team though?
He got drafted what 80,
85.
84,
85. 84.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was on that team, and it was a dumpster fire.
Okay, so whoa. Hold on. Don't nobody say nothing. Hold on. So what you're saying is you're mentioning that he didn't win in the 8 years, whatever, before he started winning finals. So you're not factoring in who he went up against? Because you can't mention that he didn't win in them 8 years before the finals without saying who he went up against. Because the degree of difficulty is a factor. So therefore, I'm going to factor in who your boy is 4-6 in championship rounds, then lost to and got swept twice.
Okay.
Listen.
Now, speaking of dumpster fires, okay, your boy was on one in the 80s, right? Double J, that's what you said.
Well, again, because yes, I did because of who was in his division, let alone the conference.
Good point.
Okay, so he was on a dumpster fire. My boy was on a dumpster fire and went to the finals. It wasn't his fault that he went against the greatest power forward of all time. Okay, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. What's up?
I got this one. I'm gonna say I get what you mean. You're right, but it's the road to get there. LeBron ain't had to go against Bird and McHale and Dennis Johnson or Dennis Rodman or Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, and none of them. And on top of that, you're right. I get what you're saying. When Bron got to the finals 07 against Tim Duncan, you know what I'm saying, and he lose to them. Maybe that's not so far. I mean,
do y'all know the number of
maybe?
Listen. Do y'all know the number of Hall of Famers he went against in the finals compared to Jordan, who he went against? I'm talking about just finals, since y'all want to talk about finals. It's not even close.
No. You see, the Hall of Fame is not a good measurement. That's not a good measurement. Here's why. The Detroit Pistons won championships. Two sets of Detroit Pistons. Isaiah's Detroit Pistons won titles. And then the more recent version won titles with Hamilton and that group.
Yeah, really, right.
Now, when history records in the future, very few of those players are going to make the quote-unquote Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame is a popularity contest. There's some
Thank
people
you.
that are inevitably going to get in just because of their sheer numbers. But the fact, and indeed, let's be honest. I love Carmelo Anthony, but Carmelo Anthony has not had a Hall of Fame career, but he's probably going to get into the Hall of Fame. Not because he's had a Hall of and I'm a Carmelo Anthony fan.
So are you basing that because he has no championships? What are you saying?
Absolute fact, because exactly as nephew said to us earlier.
So Allen Iverson don't need to be in there either then.
No, Allen Iverson's career is totally different.
No, hold on. Because he got no finals. I'm only repeating.
He went to a finals.
I'm only repeating what you said, bro. I'm using your criteria for what you said.
You're unable to compare.
No, but if you're gonna do that, you gotta compare the careers too.
In the history of the
man, bro.
Listen now, this is the truth. This is the truth about Allen
You
Iverson.
said because he don't got no championships, he don't deserve to be in there.
No.
Well, the answer he don't deserve to be in there either. Then
no.
Based on what y'all saying,
Carmelo Anthony is 6'9".
How it don't got nothing to do with the NBA?
No, you're missing what we're saying to you. You're looking at Allen Iverson and what he achieved in his career Allen Iverson took a team by himself. You talking about taking scrubs? He took a team by himself to the finals. By himself. When did Carmelo Anthony do anything resembling that? Tell me.
Well, in college he did. He took the, but you Syracuse. But I get you talking about in the NBA. Yeah, in the NBA. In the NBA. In the NBA.
Listen, Rich. My criteria is based on what you said. You said because he don't got no ring.
In Carmelo's case, absolutely.
Okay, so listen.
Why is it that for his case?
Because Carmelo's expectation and ceiling was higher coming in the NBA.
But listen, that's not a criteria for a Hall of Fame. Expectations, that's not a criteria for the Hall of Fame.
What do you think it means? Hall of people, the most quote unquote famous people that have come through the league, right? And in terms of, and then they say is who's the top scoring leader? Who did this? Who did so and so? This player won these many rings, and you keep records of the people who the stats and this propel us into the Hall of Fame. I know Carmelo's gonna get into the Hall of Fame because he's had a Hall of Fame high school career, college career. He's played
because it's called the Basketball Hall of Fame anyway. It's not called the NBA Hall of Fame.
I'm not saying he's not gonna get in. What I'm saying is that when you talk about the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame is such a specious thing now that pretty much any NBA player that had any kind of notoriety is going to get into the Hall of Fame. That's a fact.
But let me say this, Brother Rich. And it's not just the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Facts. But we're talking about the NBA.
Right, but it's the NFL Hall of Fame, all the Hall of Fames.
Facts.
It's so subjective. It's not no absolute either, because it's guys that's in there that if you look at what they did in totality, you'd be like, why is he in and why is he not in? You like Mark Aguirre, for instance. Why is Mark Aguirre not in the Hall of Fame? Even though this is not a Hall of Fame discussion, what I'm saying is, TJ, anybody can pick and choose the things. If I'm not mistaken, that's called a syllogism. If I'm not mistaken, it might be a faulty syllogism. This is why these debates are they pointless. Because you can pick and choose. That's what when you're arguing, you've seen the great debaters, when you're arguing, whoever arguing the affirmative versus whoever's arguing the negative, you're going to find the things that validate your argument. Anybody, we can sit here for 3 hours and do that, and it'll still be, when we get done, it'll be like, okay, what were we doing here? You can't put a cap on that, man. At the end of the day, the finals is the finals for a reason. That's why I said the finals. Then you're going to throw in the 8 years before he went. Stop throwing in other stuff. I made a statement.
That's not other stuff. That's his career.
I made a statement.
That's still his career.
I made a statement. I'm talking about.
Y'all keep trying to do that.
Like, no, listen.
That's a whole career.
Listen, what I said wasn't about his. I'm not talking about his entire career in this instance.
He played. He played for Washington, right? He stunk it up in there too.
I picked a portion of his career. I picked a portion, like a slice of pie. You can slice a pie in 8 slices. One slice by itself don't make a whole pie. But that slice that I picked, I'm going to taste it and see whether or not if you know how to cook or bake or not, is what I'm trying to tell you. And I said the championships. That's all I said. So to say anything else other than I based it on championships. To talk about whether he tied his shoe first or the other guy tied his shoe last, that's irrelevant to what I said in the statement that I made.
So what was your point of that statement?
My point was when that guy started winning championships, he did not regress. That was my point.
Well, Bill Russell the GOAT then. Let's end it right there.
Hey, listen.
It's all about championships. He the GOAT. That's it. We done. All right, I'll see y'all next week.
Listen, I'm not even saying who the GOAT is or who the GOAT ain't. I said when that guy started winning championships, he did not regress. That's all I said. I didn't say because he didn't regress that made him the GOAT, or because he did or did not that made him part semi-GOAT. I'm not talking about GOAT. I'm talking about regressing. Period.
So that's all I'm when he about. Left the Bulls, he won 2 more championships.
Listen, when
I'm asking questions.
Listen. I don't know. And that ain't got nothing to do with what I said. I said
3 more.
Come on, man.
I said when he started winning championships. That's it. That's all I'm talking about. When Jordan started winning championships, he did not regress. Period.
He did though.
Well, I mean, but
what about Orlando? What about Washington?
With what he did with the Wizards?
Okay, and what about Orlando? Did that season didn't count either? Because that was like between his 3-peat.
Okay, when he got into the final, when Jordan got into the finals, how many times after he went to the finals did he not go to the finals?
Just 1 year with Orlando. Like he won it out.
Okay,
and then Washington.
Okay.
That's
now, how many times when Jordan won a finals and got back to another finals, he lost that finals?
Oh no, he never lost the finals. Oh,
okay, that was my point when I said about regressing.
You didn't say that.
I did. I said when he started when he won it. Okay, well let me be more specific. Then, when he won a championship, the next time he was in position to win that championship, he was in that championship, did he win or lose?
He won.
Okay, that's what I meant by regress. I'm talking about championships, period. I ain't talking about the year he might have went and not went. When he won a championship, the next time he found himself back in that championship, did he lose?
He went to the same championship again.
Okay, that's what I'm just saying. The next time he found himself in a finals, did he lose?
He ain't go to a game 7 either.
Okay. That's all I'm saying. And look, we done win a lot. We done went too long in the two. We appreciate the few folks out there that didn't stay with us. We shout out to the folks that that follow the program. Unfortunately, my man Ricardo Statford couldn't rejoin us, but it's all good. We make sure we come back and see y'all next week. We're gonna back up our gridiron games or whatnot.
Get that 75th, man.
Yeah, and we definitely gonna have this discussion, Brother Rich and Mr. TJ, Bobby Jackson Johnson, Billy Goat, Ham. You know what I'm saying? Donald Graham or Golden Grams. I don't know. Instagram. I don't know. You tell me what it is. And on that note, it's been fun, but we got to run. We appreciate y'all for listening. Don't forget to check us out right here on the StreamYard Network, or you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and wherever you listen to your favorite podcast/vodcast, as well as the shop's Facebook fan page and our website, theshopreport.com. And if that don't work, Google it. For my mans, Be Rich, Double J, K2, Khalil, TJ, Shadow Man, Jackson, Bobby, I don't know, Labonte, Bobby Ricky, and my man Ricardo Statford, and all those who follow and support us, we say thank you. I'm Barbershop Jay. You've been listening to the Shop Report. And remember, stop that, cut it out, no shenanigans. And remember, the next time y'all want to know what's really going on, man, come to the shop. Walk-ins are always welcome. Holla!